Speculation has been very, very good so far. I'm not calling these predictions of any kind, but it's application of logic has done us quite well, and I thank God for this ability of mine to be able to analyze things this way. If you're an OG follower, please comment down below. Let everyone know we've been pretty much calling in general what's been going on with the market. So let these new followers know. Thanks. Here we go. Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, the 3rd of July, 2025. And I think we are still on schedule for the November pop, we'll say. The year-end pop, the Thanksgiving pop, where XRP, QNT, host of ISO coins, as we call them, the ISO compatible cryptocurrencies, are really going to pop and go into a plateau state of price. And so we're in this phase of, air quotes, price discovery. Now, let me try to bring that all back with everything else that we've discussed on this channel. And on this channel, we've discussed things that I caught a bit of flack on. That's all right. But if we weren't accurate and we didn't call it too soon, it eventually did happen. And this channel's been doing pretty good so far. Bicycles are motor vehicles in this state. These people just wander all willy-nilly. Unbelievable. Anyway, so, like yesterday's comments, gotta watch out for everything. Some people, man. Anyway, so, now I want to paint a picture of what I'm talking about with what's going on with Ripple now, and how this really just fits right into a timeline. Now, let's utilize an illustration. You have your Wyoming LLC trust, what have you, whatever entity structure you've decided, and you're following the usual logic of going down or going online to your quote-unquote favorite retail bank. Now, there's a lot in that favorite retail bank. That is not how XRP Ripple works. Remember what they said. We're not for retail. We are for institutions. Now, retail, in this particular case, and what they're talking about here is your average Joe private person. This isn't like going down to your favorite local bank and opening a bank account for your business. That's appropriate sometimes. You open up some business, food service, what have you. That's appropriate. You're going to need that because you got POS, point of sale. You got everything involved with retail. Let's just leave that right there. So that is an appropriate move. However, this is crypto. I would have said it like the movie, but I don't want to catch a strike. And another bicyclist who thinks they're little Susie on the bike. Unbelievable. What you are becoming your own bank. And there's a couple ways to do that. What we talk about here is crypto. What Doug Andrew talks about is through indexed universal life. There's at least a couple of ways to do it, where you are cognizant of tax considerations, legal considerations. Now, that being said, I must say again, I am not an attorney, I am not an accountant, I am not a financial planner, I am an economist by training who is a certified reporter. Everything on here is opinion, conjecture, and speculation. But our speculation has been doing pretty good, and the whole purpose of this channel is so this way you can exercise better research. Another set of bicyclists who they need to get a ticket. Now, all that being said, what I am seeing is that let's be cognizant of certain facts when it comes to this whole XRP is a bank thing. It's not XRP, it's Ripple Labs. Ripple Labs is going to OCC. Basically, they're trying to become a federally chartered bank. And then on top of that, what hardly anyone is talking about, they are also, I believe, through standard charter, whatever the mechanism is not really too pertinent for this, they are trying to become a Federal Reserve, essentially a Federal Reserve bank as well. Hold on, I gotta click this button here. Now, all that being said, with what they're trying to do, and this is important, they are really gearing up to be essentially a replacement to the Federal Reserve. Another bicyclist who can't drive. Now, the Federal Reserve System has local Federal Reserve windows in different parts of the country, handling certain different parts of the country. It used to be back in the day, you can go up to the Federal Reserve window. It's a whole thing with that. It doesn't exist anymore. But here's the thing. And huge shout out to Mickle, known as XRP Mickle, who really did a great video on this. I'll have to put it in the community page. What this does is give a level of, I'll say, assurance that your RLUSD is redeemable. That's important, because now what I'm speculating on is that we are definitely going to a gold-backed system, which I think is wonderful. I like gold and silver as backing for the bloated budget and everything else, bloated everything about at least the U.S. government, and probably quite a few other governments out there. So this entire system of an intricate web is essentially replacing what we have already. Instead of having fiat, we're going to have, in my opinion, gold-backed, eventually, gold-backed sovereign value, we'll say, which will be reflected by RLUSD, and from there it will be redeemable, because not only will they be OCC, but they'll also be there's a term for it when you're, air quotes, Federal Reserve commercial something. So what Ripple is trying to do here is not become a retail bank through gosh, which one is it? Hidden Road, another one of their acquisitions. You may get a brokerage out of it, but here's the thing. You will have to be a commercial entity, in my humble opinion, you'll have to be, in other words, an institution in your own right. So what I am thinking is that your parent LLC would have to be owned by a trust in order to allow the LLC to continue. Now, definitely speak to an attorney and an accountant on that one. But this is where I'm seeing how we can get into this entire new system that's coming up. Now, there's a lot of gold bugs out there, and gold is great, but it's hard to move anywhere. And yeah, you got that whole tactile. Silver, you need a lot of silver. And I love silver. But, miss, I'll take up 2 lanes over there. A lot of crazy people. Oh, man. It's great to own something that the government considers valuable, but will the government be really using it is my whole point. Oh, now I got another light. Thanks, lady. 2-lane Sally. Okay. Now, where I'm going with that is if the government is basing their value on precious metals, it's a great idea to own precious metals. What is going to process this, all this value, commodities, monetary, is going to be, for institutions, government, sovereigns, is going to be XRP, and QNT, in my opinion, is going to play a part. Now, within that ecosystem, you have Axelar, Wormhole, Evernode, gosh, what's the other one I'm thinking of? And I can't remember off the top of my head. Just comment down below what the other one is. I'm trying to remember all this for. That are, we'll call them ancillaries. And from there, you want to own those. Now, what they're going to try to sell up for retail is XLM and its ecosystem. Now, would it be good to have a footing? Absolutely. Have a footing in XLM. Doesn't have to be a ton. It can be just what you feel is a good value. That's your judgment. But I would definitely keep it on Trezor. Now that Trezor, like we discussed yesterday, is exploring through experimental features, XLM, and I hope by extension their entire ecosystem, just like they should have the XRP ecosystem on there. That's, I'm trying to behave. I mean, there's just so much on there. I really hope Trezor, I love you guys. I think your wallet is the best, but you gotta boost up your ISO presence. Now, yeah, we can put Quant because Quant's a token on Ethereum. That's great, but definitely build up that ISO presence. Now, so ladies and gentlemen, definitely consider these options. Another good thing is the Index Universal Life. Now, the IUL, I would definitely speak to somebody about owning it and managing it through a trust. Pretty much like the Rockefellers do. They have the IUL. I believe it's IUL. It's definitely life insurance. And they're their own bank, and they own the company for the life insurance. I mean, it's brilliant, their strategy. Brilliant. And I think it was the son that came up with this strategy, and it's been working for well over a century. So it's brilliant. So we should definitely be mimicking that in our own experience. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you found value in this video. I just wanted to dispel some myths that are going around. People think that Ripple's going to become a quote-unquote bank, and they immediately think retail. Don't think retail anymore. Think institutional, because you are a company. You and your friends, your associates are a company of people together. See, that's where the word company comes from. So, companionship, company, there you go. Now, it's companion in the sense of a work endeavor, a venture. Anyway, that being said, I really gotta get the suspension work done. Oh, good Lord. Let me know what you think, everyone. Please comment down below. Please like this video if you like videos like this, where we go a little bit in depth. We get an idea where we should look and take it from there. So, yeah, just comment down below. And, let's see. Should we do a end of day? Word for the end of the day. Oh, yeah, of course. We've been talking about it. If you watch this video to the end, please comment down below, Wyoming. All right, great. Everyone, thank you for watching. Appreciate you very much. And let's see. That's my buddy. He knows I got a channel. Hey, bud. Yeah. Just remember, stick it to the man, not to each other. Okay, peace.